Hey everyone, this is Fi. I'm checking out Kleptonaut. This is the 0.1 alpha. We are checking this out. This was posted on the Reddit Feedback Friday, and we're just going to play this through and give a nice little play test here. I've got the game page open here. This is the itch.io page, and I'll just read through this real quick. Kleptonaut is a puzzle game about robbing convenience stores in zero gravity, pick up and throw items to propel yourself, solve puzzles, and wreak havoc in Nova Mart's numerous establishments. Features: top-down shooter-style controls, engaging gameplay based on action/reaction physics, 8 complete levels with a variety of puzzles, a killer soundtrack by Kleptonaut himself, future updates inbound. Alright, team, looks like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people working on this, so that's interesting. Alright, so you can download this yourself if you like. Apparently it is a beta, not an alpha, so I was misspoken there. So yeah, it is a beta. If you want to check out the game, I'll put the link in the description below. But let's go ahead and get into this. Let's get rid of the overlay. So this is the opening screen here. It's got some music playing. I have not seen anything past the screen. Let me try and check the volume level here a bit. I think it's a little on the loud side, so I'm going to turn down the capture volume a little bit. Definitely always recommend developers check your volume levels against other games and such, kind of get everything into a ballpark range, but I'm turning my own volume down a little bit. Hopefully it's not too loud in the capture. Alright, so we got the start screen, looks like some visuals, interesting visual style. Looks like we've got sort of not quite flat shading, but the the smoothing is turned off on the geometry here, so that's quite interesting. Let's click start. I did run it on the highest graphic setting. By the way, I'm running a GTX 970. I don't know, click to push. Okay, so I'm trying to press WASD and that doesn't seem to help. So again, apparently this is zero gravity, so I guess we're pushing off. Oh, click to throw. Okay, so we get an item and then, all right. Oh, so if we're in contact with a wall, we can push instead of throw, but if we're holding an item, then we can throw it. So that's interesting. It's got a 1 on my reticle. I don't know if that's like the number of objects I'm holding, maybe? This looks kind of like death. Oh, throw at button, maybe the button. Okay, but now... Alright, so there's some visual feedback. Oh, and there's also a little line that shows where you're going to go. So that's nice. Nice little design elements here. It does seem like the... Alright, so the sound effects got quieter as well as the ambience. So maybe it's just the opening... the song in the opening menu that was a bit loud. So now I feel like I should probably go back and turn this up a little bit in the capture again. Maybe you'll hear a little better. Alright, so I think we can just kind of bounce off of this. And then... I don't know if we can re-trigger that button. It doesn't look like it. I guess we just go out. Space Bandit Studios presents. Alright, so again, the music is pretty loud after I turn that up. So... it's actually very loud. Whew. Hopefully it'll stop kind of soon so that we don't have to go back and change it again. I turned my own volume down, but I didn't want to go back into the OBS options again here. Alright, so yeah. Like the in-game music is sort of quiet and ambient, it has little sound effects, everything's kind of reasonably leveled, but that other music is very loud for some reason. Reach the ship with as many items as you can. Okay, so you want to conserve items apparently. These look like, I'm guessing, just kind of cosmetic details. Interesting. Hold right click for angle lock. That's cool. So it doesn't appear to be like an element of throwing things harder or softer or pushing yourself harder or softer as far as I can tell so far. Oh, you can catch it again. Oh, so that's what the lock is good for, especially because it'll bounce right back at you if it's a right angle wall. That's cool. Okay. We've got more things now. How far can I throw it though? Oh, it just keeps going. Okay. It does appear to be a little bit of friction, so I guess it's like there's air friction, even though there's no gravity. So I think things slow down. And it doesn't appear, as far as I can tell, that we can actually move the camera around, so that might be a nice thing you could consider. Since I might want to know what's down here and I can't see very far in that direction. Another thing to consider with these top-down kind of games is that the left and the right, with this being 16:9 screen that I'm playing on, to the left and to the right you can see a lot further than you can, especially downwards here. Upwards and downwards, but downwards most especially, so this is it's like you can see twice as far this way, basically. This is something you might want to consider, especially if you're looking into the camera stuff. Maybe you could move the camera up and down a little more or something like that to compensate. But I think I'm just gonna, I mean, this doesn't look like, I don't know if I can get it like this or not. Okay, well, is that gonna reach back to me though? I'm wondering. Huh. This is, now I'm quite confused about what to do about this. Like, is there a way to get all of these, and what exactly? I mean, obviously if I just chuck this I can go in here from where I am now. I don't believe there's any way to like go back a move. So I could maybe, you know, just do this to kind of get this back. And then what? Try to... So I don't think I can bounce super far or anything. So I mean, I could probably just go in here, just chuck one and then go out with 3, but I kind of feel like I should be able to get at least 4 things. Especially with this being right there. So that's quite curious to me. I don't know. Oh, I didn't go very far. Oh no. Oh, but I can push, I forgot I can push myself off the walls without using the items. So that's a thing also. But maybe I can kind of grab that and cheat myself off of that little wall at the same time using the hitbox. Collision boxes, maybe. Nope, didn't make it. Okay. Alright, so I got 3. Kind of looked like there's only 2 coming out of me, so I don't know if I just missed one of them there, but let's go on to the next one. Alright, so I guess we're gonna try and get 3 of these. We got some buttons, I don't know what they're attached to. Now this music is a little louder than the last one, so we got kind of all different levels here of the music. A little bit loud. Again, I feel like I should be able to move the camera because I want to see the rest of the stage to actually plan my movements here. Oh, I can press spacebar to rotate between the items here. Wonder what significance that might hold. Like different weights or something. This is a milk carton, I guess. Alright, so there's 2 buttons. Again, I don't actually... Oh, there's 4 buttons. Oh, so maybe it's these right here. So again, this would be nice to kind of see more. If I could see more of an overview of this stage somehow. I would be able to make that connection a lot easier. I'm actually going to check real quick. Alright, they don't mention any controls or anything in the game page here, so... Alright, so I did notice that the developer was asking about performance. So far it seems fine for me. Again, on my GTX 970, did put it on the highest settings and it's playing at 1080p, so it seems fine. For me at least. It's not exactly a lot going on graphically, so... but yeah, this particular level, I don't really know. It's pretty hard. The idea of getting yourself into a specific position with this sort of gameplay seems very difficult. Like, especially since I don't think you can control, like, how hard you throw things. How many times I can do that. You can kind of do stuff like that. Huh. Interesting. I don't know if everything is a different weight, maybe? Looks like I can kind of utilize these to... Oh no! Right. Alright, yeah, so it's really hard to even kind of exploiting the terrain here. Kind of fudge myself into a specific position. It's really hard to kind of get that to work the way you want it to. So I suppose we'll just try something else. It does look like we want to hit these. And I don't know how important it is to get like as many items as you can versus just kind of saying screw it and I'll just get through the level. Which might be a little bit less stressful or something. Yeah. So I managed to hit that and get the thing back here. That being said, I'm in kind of a weird place, so maybe I can do this. I'm not quite reaching that. It is mildly annoying in my opinion that the cursor doesn't want to go closer. Just because I'm used to the cursor being completely free. Like out here it just kind of moves where I move my mouse, but when I get in here it's like the cursor's moving places that I'm not moving my mouse, so I find that a bit annoying. Seems a little unnecessary actually in my opinion. So honestly I would suggest changing that just for the sake of it not being annoying moving the cursor around when it does weird stuff in the middle there. So we'll hit that. I don't know. I'm just gonna kind of wing it here then. So, well, maybe if you're fast, you can kind of like push yourself off the walls before you throw something. So that's kind of cool. Sorry about the answer machine. So close. Okay, so there's an item right here. Again, I can't see down there, so I can't really see where I'm going. Should I just keep going straight, or should I try and get to a wall here like that? There's all sorts of stuff in here. What is my goal here? Is there a way out? Try that sort of thing. There we go. Just gotta be kind of quick. Now that I'm here though, what do I... Okay, so I can kind of... There we go. Now do I go up here? Or there's another thing. Am I supposed to just get all the food? Looks like we have a pause button. Settings is grayed out, okay. I usually like to check the settings, but I might be able to... Yeah, but I should have taken advantage of that and tried to push myself. So now what? Just... Alright, so there's a... Okay, so this is where I'm going up here. Couldn't see that before, but... I think I'm gonna have to lose at least one food to get over there. Probably more than one. try to... Oh, I wanted to push off the wall there. So it's kind of unfortunate. Because I was in contact with it, but I guess it just wasn't quite facing the right angle, so that can be a little bit of a problem. Just understanding, like, what angle you need to have before you push off the wall there. So I guess we just... I'm not sure if I can push myself... I don't think I can quite push myself all the way back here with one throw, so I might just have to try and push off the wall here. Oh, that was close. For a second I thought I wasn't going to actually make it because I was going to collide with the wall, but it looks like it's a little bit forgiving there, so that's good for sure. Alright, 19 out of 22, that seems okay, right? I don't know if it's actually possible to get all of them, but... Well, I'm sure it probably is, but it might just be real hard. Okay, so yeah, it's really cool so far. I like the fact that you can quickly push off the walls, like instead of just bouncing off it kind of passively. If you're quick about it, that's a fun thing to do, so that's cool. So I guess I'm kind of stuck here. I mean, is that actually a camera? First, I thought at first that was a thing that I wanted to pick up, but now I'm thinking it looks kind of like it's a camera in the wall. So it might be nice to kind of visually differentiate from that, I suppose. I guess these things are rotating a bit. And they do have little yellow outlines. It's not super visible, especially on this background. But yeah, I guess so the idea is that you're robbing things in zero gravity. As was explained on the game page, it might be nice so there's some kind of a little bit of storytelling in here. Not like lengthy cutscenes or anything, but just kind of a little bit of something to kind of whet the appetite and kind of set the stage of things. Because the theme is, you kind of have to think about it as like, oh, that's what I'm doing. I'm actually robbing convenience stores, apparently. And I don't know what the zero gravity element of it is. Like maybe they turn the gravity off when they close or something, so you have to go through without gravity. So I'm not really sure about this part. I guess I'll just not take too long to worry about it because I'll be here forever. Try to push myself here and then I can hit that, or I can... What do I do now? So this is kind of hard to plan things in advance because of the way things kind of go. So it doesn't really play like a puzzle game, I would say. Exactly, because it's not very brainy so far, because it is so hard to plan like exactly where you're going to end up and such, so... it's interesting. So I don't really know what optimally would be the best thing to do from this position. I guess I'll just hit that and then maybe try and sneak myself into the corner so I can hit the wall. Just like that. Okay, I made it. It's like a button down here. Now, these walls are yellow. I don't know if that's purely cosmetic or if that actually means something. Like, are these bouncy or something? Because it's down here also, so that makes me suspicious. So do I want to try and put myself down there or just chuck a thing down there? Oh no! That was horrible. Oh, okay. So... Oh no. So part of the consequence of this being a 3D perspective here, it may technically be an orthographic view, it actually looks like it is, but part of the consequence of that is because of the way that these walls are kind of raised up at an angle, it's really hard to judge what is actually going to go straight into here versus bounce off the wall. So I don't know. So yeah, keep failing at it, so interesting. There we go. Right. So I even got it back. So it does seem like it's very bouncy in there, which is what I suspected. It's interesting. Now I'm gonna try and maximize the angle here. Yeah, basically worked. This camera's actually moving. I guess maybe the other one was too, I just didn't notice because I wasn't moving. And I guess we're just gonna chuck that in there. Oh crap, no. I got a bit lucky there, okay. Oh, I shot that one out into space. Maybe I can get this. No, that donut's gone. I'm not gonna get it because it's gonna... Yeah, that's kind of too bad I couldn't get that last donut, but... Wow, I got 2 items. There we go. Moves 21. And you're timing me too, apparently. Usually don't care much about time in games, but I'm sure some people will kind of appreciate the idea of time trials or whatnot. Now, is that gonna bounce me if I touch that? I can push myself. What happens if I push myself off of a bouncy wall then? Trying to do it at a bit of an angle because going straight backwards would be kind of silly. Well, let's just try this first. Okay. So that wasn't productive. I was kind of hoping it would like launch me if I pushed off the bouncy wall. So I guess at this point, yeah, it seems like the items bounce off these yellow things. I'm assuming these are bouncy. They're not just behaving the same as the blue walls. I don't know. These ones are red. Maybe I'm just imagining it and they all the walls react that way. These look like bigger items actually. Oh, you can use scroll to switch items. Different sizes travel different distances. Alright, my cat's shredding a box below my feet. 3 or 2? Why does it say 3 or 2? Is that suggesting a, Oh, here comes the cat! Sorry. Alright, watch yourself, kitty. Alright, 3 or 2, so is that suggesting like a weight? This is red now, versus yellow. Okay, so it's not the same as the spacebar, apparently. So the spacebar switches between items, but the scroll wheel switches, I'm guessing, between like weight classes or size or whatnot. So presumably... Well, these ones seem to be bigger when I pick them up, but they have a 2 next... Oh, okay. The 2 is going to be how many I have, right? It's a little misleading, I wasn't quite getting it at first, but yeah, the number is going to be how many I have, so the color must denote the actual weight of the items, so the red ones are going to be heavy, I imagine. Travel different distances. And I'm going to assume it's going to move me a different distance as well. Now, unfortunately, I'm not quite up high enough here, I think. Oh, it's annoying that I can't move the mouse in this little circle here. I'm not quite high enough, I think, to like bounce myself off of these if I do it straight this way. Maybe I could, but I think it's going to be better. Well, no, I'm just going to try that. Yeah, okay. I thought it might be just within tolerances there. There's also, again, that 3D element, so this line is actually going to be not accurately representing exactly where the wall is or where I'm going to hit it. Holy cow, these look huge. I guess the purple ones are even bigger than red. I'm gonna try going straight. Oh, I got one of them. Guess we'll just get rid of whatever that one was. So we can do purple ones now. Now, is there different values attached to them? Like, is it just the number of items that we get at the end that we're looking for versus like the value of individual items? But yeah, in any case, at least the different weights are suggesting an additional level of control over like how far we're going to push ourselves here. So I guess we're just going to use the big ones because they're here and... Ooh, yeah. Again, I'm guessing it's the number of items that it's looking for rather than... Yeah, it just says the number up here, so... Interesting. I think it said there were 8 levels total, so there shouldn't be 2. too hard to play through the rest of this, right? Nova Mart Brewing Co. Alright, we got big kegs now, it looks like. Unfortunately, my cat is standing directly on my mousing arm here, so a little uncomfortable. Again, I wish I could move the camera over here though. But I guess we're just gonna chuck this into that and we should get it back. No. Oh wow. I thought it was gonna bounce off a lot more, but it launched us and it did not itself move very far. So I guess we must weigh less than the item. So that is an interesting consideration. That's how physics works. Alright, so it's a little hard, unfortunately, to see the reticle on this surface. I can at least see the little 2 there, but it's almost the same color as the floor here. So I guess we want to see if we can get another one of these. I think that's going to just bounce me off the wall. So I don't know what that blue, this part right here, I don't know what this is. But I'm just going to try and check myself like so. Looks like it's just a random, oh, this is some switch or something's going to turn this off so we can get out, presumably. So try and get, oh no. Alright, so there's a problem with, I think I can get those 2 back probably. Yeah. This is a little bit of a problem with the idea of chucking an item and then pushing yourself off the wall, where if you throw these big ones you just move so fast that not only is it very hard to pull off, but there's the fact that if you miss then you end up just chucking an item, which is exactly what you wanted to avoid and can kind of screw you up. Something you could, I don't know, it would I don't know if it'd be worth it or how you do it exactly, but in theory you could make it so that throwing items and pushing yourself off walls would be different buttons, so that you could kind of attempt to push yourself without the risk of losing an item. But I don't know what button you would use for that. There's certainly, you're already using all the mouse buttons except for middle button, but maybe it's better off that you just use the same button and just make it tricky like that, maybe. I don't know. It's an idea. But okay, I'm kind of push myself here and then no, I want to get that. I do want these 2 things probably more than I want this one in here, and I can get that one by chance. Looks like there's more stuff out here. So I guess we're just gonna want. Alright, so we have to think that the purple items aren't gonna throw very far. They're gonna throw me far. So if we want to throw something at this versus throw ourselves at that, then maybe throwing ourselves would be even better. Maybe we could. I'm hoping I don't run into this. Can't point at it, but this wall here. Oh shoot, see, I was pretty sure I was gonna push off the wall there, but it ended up. Wait, what? Why does it? Oh, it's a toggle. Oh, that's evil. Well, now that I'm all the way in here. Oh man. Well, I think. Let's do that. Oh, I didn't even hit the button. I thought I was gonna hit the button. Let's try this. Okay, and then I got that back. Okay. Alright, so we came all the way in here and then figured out this is not what we want apparently. So let's try a red one, see if we can do that. Give ourselves a good launch here. Oh, see, I tried to push off the wall and failed again. Could have pushed off this one, but I decided to talk about it instead. I'm thinking do that and then guess sacrifice one of these. Try. A little hard to aim from this distance. Our little line doesn't reach very far, but oh, we got one of them. Okay, so this is still closed. So maybe this. Oh, this button's gonna toggle. Okay, so we only have one of these. That's okay. So I want to hit this, and we can push off of this now. Oh, I didn't hit that though. Oh no, that's terrible. I kind of wanted that purple thing. Hopefully this will reach. How did that not reach? I'm so confused right now. And unfortunately I can't move the camera, so I couldn't actually see what happened over here. So that's kind of unfortunate. But yeah, I have no idea why that didn't hit the switch, or if maybe it did and this is just not the oh, cat, you're being a butthead. Come on. Sorry. Maybe I need a different switch or something, but this seems like that would be the switch for that, so I don't know where else to go. Again, I can't move the camera, so I can't see if there's something I missed in any of these other corners here. I'm just gonna have to try and go over here. Are you kidding? Really? Alright. So that actually looks to me like it might actually be clipping into the button here, but it didn't, apparently didn't actually hit the button. So, kind of bummed about that. You could consider making whatever hitboxes you have a little more forgiving, just a little bit. Crap. It's hard. Oh man, okay. So let's try, I guess we're gonna use up one of our purple things here to try and get out of here. Kinda wanna try and get this, but then I don't know. Well, I can't go too far out because I have to try and hit this still, so I have one red one. The yellow ones must go further though, right? So maybe I wanna use a yellow one instead. Push. I don't want to push too far, so what will this do? Okay, I'm gonna try a yellow one. That should go further, right? Yeah. Oh. Okay. It didn't get me out though, so. Oh boy. Okay. I think this will at least. Well. Just waste them, I don't care. Alright, we gotta just get out of here at this point. Now, I think I didn't actually see what happened. I think I might have triggered this twice. Oh my gosh. Oh man, what a pain. Okay. Well, we're running out of items, but still have more yellow ones. Oh boy, okay. We're gonna have to just waste them and just get through the level. So I'm hoping that this would actually reach all the way. It will, and then just get the hell out of here. Gives heck. Alright, so that was a little painful. That's okay. Alright, I don't know what level this is or how long have we been playing so far? About 34 minutes. Let's see here. Some kind of does that suck in and then this spits it out maybe? It looks like. Oh. Okay, are these color coded? Now this one looks red and this one looks red and this one looks blue, and I don't know what this one was because I can't see down there anymore. But if these two are linked, then that means red is linked to blue. Which seems very counterintuitive to me. I would expect the colors to be the same. But I guess that means this one is the blue intake and this one is the outtake. Or the outlet. So if I just chuck... Great. I guess I want to get it in front of it, right? Yeah. Except that it's not going in. Oh my gosh, what's happening? That can't be normal, can it? Alright. So I think that was a bug. I don't think it's supposed to do that. I unfortunately did hit this twice because I threw two things in there, which means I only have one left. Which means I'm likely to have to restart this one unless I can finagle something. Well... Alright. Alright. Nice that it kind of conveniently understood that I needed to restart there, so... So yeah, it seems like blue is linked to red. I would recommend making these the same color. Oh. Well, now this just makes it double confusing, because there's two sets of them. But I know from from past experience that this blue one leads to this red one, so... yeah. Yeah, I would definitely think it would make more sense if these were the same color. The ones that are linked to... which one is linked to which one, whatever. And so we're going to try... I guess we're going to try throwing this straight back, and then we should get it back. And then it looks like I can actually push myself. So that's nice. And I can kind of... Which didn't open in time for me to like get through there, but... Looks like I can get some more... Oh, and I'm gonna hit that. Push. No. Okay. So we finished it. Looks like we got 4 out of 6. That's not too bad. Alright, still going. So again, another case where I feel like I should be able to see more, to look at more of the stage to kind of get an idea of what I'm getting myself into here, especially since I'm kind of going in this direction where it's just I can't see anything down here. But maybe this will lead to that. So if I kind of go down here, then maybe I can chuck one of these up here. It'll kind of go boing off of... I don't know if I can get an angle that'll work, maybe like this. Like 3 hits. Let's try this. Looks like there's a red one here. So I'm not going to get a great angle. I don't know how many times this will bounce. Oh, that wasn't even close. Whoops. Well, this might work better. Let's try something like this. Oh no. Okay. So I mean, you could consider something like just have like this whole area around this. Like if an item goes in there, it'll kind of get sucked around into this like that. Right now it's kind of stuck in there, which obviously I didn't get it like in front of it, so it's kind of like it wasn't correct anyways, but it's kind of too bad that it just sticks in here. So what else are we gonna do? I guess what I can kind of do is do this sort of thing. Nice. Alright. I don't know if I can get that back or if it's worth trying to, but we can do this. That opens up over here, okay. So maybe... Alright. So definitely the yellow ones because they push you slower. Oh, I don't want to throw another one in here though, do I? Because it'll hit that button off. Oh gosh, that's not good. Oh no, maybe like this. Well, I want to... There we go. Wait, did I... Oh no. Wait, what? When did that close again? The heck? Okay, so we have to go in here, apparently get down to this button. Oh, something got stuck over here too. So we have 5 total items. I don't know what this... Maybe if you hit this, then it goes to that, and then it'll come out here, except that this one... Neither of these apparently made it to this, so... I don't know what the deal is with that. But let's try a red one. Oh no. Well, we definitely didn't get it back. Should we just count it as a loss? I think we have to go that way again anyways, right? So the yellow ones are a lot... the yellow ones seem to be a lot easier to use in general, even though they don't have the same boost power as the other ones, because you can easily get them back by bouncing them off walls, and you can easily push yourself off the walls because you don't move so fast. So it's interesting to consider. Interesting. Oh, I hit it. Don't hit the button again. Yeah. Oh no. Crap. Okay. Well, that's alright. I think I'll try this. I didn't really care that much. I might have been able to like get one more if I kind of used the yellow ones more and did those little tricks that I kind of figured out, but... Okay, I finished it. I'm not sure how many levels we've played so far. Alright, that was the last one. Alright, so that was pretty cool. It's surprisingly interesting. And there was definitely some unique sorts of techniques that we figured out that were kind of just inherent to the design there, so it's pretty neat. Definitely like... I think using the yellow items is fun in particular because of what I just mentioned before. It sort of feels like you can do more with them, be a little trickier with them. The red and the purple ones, they seem to have their use also because you can send yourself further. It's obviously useful in its own way, but yeah, definitely when I was trying to like throw like a purple... Again, this is getting loud. But when I was trying to like throw a purple thing and then quickly get the timing right to push myself off the wall before I bounced off of it, and I just kept failing at that pretty consistently, which ends up, you know, wasting another item and such. So that was a little annoying, but I think that just makes the yellow items feel like they're funner to use. And, so yeah, I mean, I guess as long as you still have kind of the option, it gives you some interesting tools to use. Alright, so I guess there's sort of an idea of what are you going to... Oh, I thought they were 8 levels. I guess there's sort of a question of what you're going to use. Like, if you collect... what the purpose of collecting more items is versus just doing it for the sake of the challenge. Like, if you finish the level with 7 items instead of 5, is there some kind of benefit inherent in doing that? Maybe there's some kind of unlockables or something that could be done. I would be careful in that, you know, not everyone is going to be that interested in optimizing, which is, I think, generally true, because I know for myself a lot of the times, like, I I'm often more interested in just kind of like beating a game rather than optimizing every level. You know, sometimes you can play for score in some games, or you can do time trials and things like that. Some people enjoy those things, and I tend to not as much myself. So with that in mind, you know, you still want it to be fun for people who may not be as into those ideas, but on the other hand, you could have some kind of like unlockable something or other if you like collect more total. Like you could add up the total number of, you know, what your best record was for each level, and then that total could mean you could unlock different things or something. Excuse me. So if you ever played World of Goo, for instance, that game did something like that, which was that game was pretty interesting in how much you could optimize things to collect more. That was actually a really cool part of that game. Just a little different from this, but that did do a thing where the more things that you collected, kind of what I described, it kind of added up the total record for each level, and it gave you kind of a cool bonus for what you could do with those things, which in that game was it kind of created a different game mode where you could take the extra bits that you collected and kind of build with them in this separate game mode, and you could build a tower, and that was really interesting. It's kind of complicated to explain exactly how they did it, but if you played that game, then you might know. But that was a cool thing that they did. So maybe you could come up with something that might be neat that you could do in this game for that. I was kind of wondering what else was in this menu because I didn't look at it very long, but it looks like nothing of note. There's no settings again, so yeah, it's pretty cool. I think probably the biggest thing that I ended up kind of finding detrimental is the idea that you can't move the camera at all, which I think would be very appreciated to be able to do that. And other than that, you know, things like this that maybe didn't quite work as smoothly as they should, but for the most part, it's feeling fairly polished, and it's pretty simple as it is, but it's also pretty cool, so maybe you could come up with some different mechanics or something, just one or two sort of new and interesting things to just keep things fresh, and it's always good to kind of put a bit of variety in your game instead of just focusing on sort of one core aspect of it. But apart from that, hopefully this video was useful to you, and I'm gonna wrap it up now. But if you have any questions for me, just let me know. And in the meantime, I will see you in the next video.